Hi everyone, what's up? It's Joshua here from Alternative Brewing, and today we've got the full range of Bialetti Stovetop Mokapots. I'm going to take you through the major differences and the similarities between each of these, so you don't have to ask the question anymore and you'll know which is the best one for you. Now, you can shop the full range of Bialetti products in this link up above, and also be sure to check out the full range of brewing videos on each one of these Bialetti brewers on our channel, and I'll throw the links in the comments section down below for each of those videos. So in front of me, I have the Bialetti models starting from the Kitty, the Venus, the Musa, the Moka Induction, the classic Moka Express, the Bialetti Bricca, and the Bialetti Cremina, and the Moka Express. So we have stainless steel Mokapots, we have aluminium Mokapots. We have one Mokapot that's going to be making a strong espresso-like coffee more than the others, and we have two that use milk in their processes. The first consideration though when buying a Mokapot is really which size should you choose from, as all of these brewers come in a variety of different sizes that are indicated by an individual cup value. And the Kitty, Venus, and Musa come in a 2, 4, 6, and 10 cup, and the Moka Induction as a 3 and 6 cup, whereas the classic Moka Express comes in 8 different cup sizes, and the Bialetti Bricca comes in a 2 and 4 cup brewer. And then you have the Cremina and the Moka that are both considered 2 to 3 cup brewers with no alternative sizes. And essentially a single cup of stovetop coffee is equal to 30 to 40 mils of brewed coffee. And most of these brewers being 4 cup models, that means they will each brew approximately 160 mils of drinkable coffee. And I say approximately because it's not always going to be spot on, as the grounds do soak up a little bit of the water inside the brewer, and I do find occasionally there is water still found in the bottom vessel once you've finished brewing. And as far as the stovetop coffee strength goes, well, a coffee is a little bit weaker from a Mokapot than actual espresso made from an espresso machine. And a Mokapot is almost diluted down twice as much through that brewing process. So if you prefer to drink your coffee with milk, then you will find to get a similar strength of flavor through a mug of coffee at home using a Mokapot, then you'll want to be using equal to about 1.5 to 2 times the amount of Mokapot cups. And that's anywhere between 60 mils to 80 mils of brewed coffee per cup of flat white, cappuccino, or latte. And a more practical way of looking at this is considering that the starting point in purchasing a Mokapot is 2 cups per person you're serving to. So a 4 cup Mokapot is going to be good for 2 people, and a 6 cup is going to be good for 3. Unless of course if you drink your coffee straight black. And then you need to consider that a 6 cup Bialetti Mokapot will just fill a standard 270 ml mug on its own with no water or milk added to the brew. And if you enjoy a stronger white coffee, then look at the next size up. So for example, 2 people who enjoy that heart starter in the morning, rather than getting the 4 cup, you get the 6. And this is great too if you enjoy just having 1 cup in the morning, but if you prefer to have 2, then I would go and double it again. So the second consideration and the largest difference between all of these models is the materials used in the manufacturing. And on my left are the models that are made from stainless steel. Now, all of these stainless steel Mokapots can be used on induction cooktops as well as gas, electrical, and ceramic. Whereas the Mokapots on my right here are all made from aluminium, and these pots will not work on induction, but they will work on every other stovetops without issue. With the exception here of the Moka Induction, which has an aluminium top and a stainless steel base, so it can work on induction cooktops. Now, my personal preference here is with aluminium stovetop Mokapots, as I don't have an induction cooktop at home, and I believe the thermal conductivity of the aluminium pots does outperform the stainless steel for a better tasting brewed coffee. But there is good argument why the stainless steel Mokapots are otherwise overall better to use, taking into account how easy they are to keep clean. The aluminium pots on the other end of that spectrum, well, it's best practice to have them well seasoned with old coffee. Stainless steel is more corrosion resistant. It's a little bit more expensive, but will likely last a lot longer with less care involved. Now, the materials alone don't dictate the ability of the brewer, and pretty much all of these stovetops will brew a very similar Mokapot espresso style coffee with small differences in the styles, most notably in the body shapes and the handle design. And with 3 exceptions to that rule, with the first one being the Bialetti bricker that does also have an additional weighted top to the brewing spout that forces more pressure to build up within the brewer. And this increases the extraction of the coffee and the flavor, which some prefer the Bialetti Mokapot for making a stronger coffee that has more concentration to the coffee itself, and there's an appearance of crema on the coffee as well. And the functionality of the Bialetti Cremina and the Moka Express, well, these both incorporate milk, so you're able to enjoy your coffee with milk, preparing it in the one vessel. The Bialetti Cremina does it by way of a frother that you pump up and down after the coffee has brewed to the top chamber, whereas the Moka Express does it with an added steamer that's attached to the brewing spout. So when it reaches high pressures, the coffee and the milk is then frothed up in that top chamber. But the actual method of making a coffee across all of these brewers is identical, by placing water in the bottom, ground coffee in the brew basket or the funnel, and then screwing the top vessel on to place on the stove on a low to medium heat. You may notice side by side that there are some differences in the water and coffee basket's capacities, even between models of the same size, but it does manage to maintain a standard brew ratio of a 1:4 or a 1:5 that makes a concentrated and strong coffee. One further thing I'd like to cover off is you can underfill the brewer in its capacity, but in my experience, you do want to only do this to half its capacity, or otherwise you will end up with a very weak, under-extracted coffee. And that's why you occasionally see more than one size in the cupboard in someone's place, and that's just in case you have a few guests over and you need more coffee ready to go on hand. And further technique is personal preference, so it's always best to discover what works for you and what you enjoy drinking. And Mokapots are a fantastic and affordable way to be brewing deliciously strong coffee at home at the pinch of the price of an espresso machine. And with a little care and attention, these are going to be reliable coffee brewers for decades to come without an issue. So if you have any questions on the Bialetti Mokapot range, then throw them in the comment section down below and we'll get straight back to you. Don't forget to hit that little bell icon on your screen, and then that way you stay notified when we bring out new videos just like this every week. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.